Um, he's in a hurry today because, as you notice, Hurricane Michael is hitting the southeastern United States, and it's moving quick, real quick. Moved very slowly. It was go here, take a day here, a day there. I mean, it was moving around the circle for just about a month. But this Hurricane Michael's moving fast, and it's going to start coming up through Florida, and they're telling us. I'm up in South Carolina. They're telling us that it's going to hit us at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That'll be 3 o'clock Wednesday, and the storm is a Category 3. Now, a lot of people don't know it, but Florence started at a 4, dropped to a 2 before it hit. But they're saying this Michael will be a 3 when it hits. So that'll mean it should be going real fast. I think now some of the winds are at 120, but I haven't been keeping up with today because it's changing and it's coming up through Florida, and then it'll hit us. Now the governor of South Carolina, I think yesterday, told everybody that it's in a danger zone or whatever to leave immediately. We've been through this before with Florence, and so have I. I packed my bag and went to the airport, and then they said, well, it's a 4, dropped to a 2, so I come back. But this seems to be, they're saying it's going to be a 3, and that's pretty good storm. The winds will be real heavy, and it's just, you just don't know what to do, You really don't know what to do, where to go. I can't figure it. But the way this is coming up, it's going to go up, I think, to Raleigh, North Carolina. It's going to be closer to Columbia and Florence, and I think it's not going to be that close to the beaches as it comes up. That would be the Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina beaches. But you really can't tell for certain. We'll have to find that out tonight because they're saying that it's going to hit us at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And it's just crazy. I haven't seen anything like this in my lifetime where these storms are coming so fast because, as we know, a lot of people over around Myrtle Beach, Conway, going to Florence, places like that, had no flood insurance on their home, and the homes were flooded bad. I mean, the 2-story house had water up to all the way up in the walls in the first floor, and the damage was substantial. And without flood insurance, I don't know how you're going to fix it, because I'd say it could cost $50,000 to $100,000 to fix that house. So the next question is, the only thing left would be give it back to the bank. But does the bank want it? Because the bank don't have that many workers, and they don't want to get into a $100,000 repair job, and then they got to sell it to somebody else. So I don't know what's going to happen. And then a lot of the people after the first storm, Florence went out and bought flood insurance. There's only one problem. That doesn't go into effect for 30 days from when you buy it. And right now, we're in the period we're in now is less than 30 days. I know it is. And flood insurance is put out by an agency in the government, and that agency is supposed to be in trouble. But we'll see what happens on that. Some people, I don't know what some people are doing. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they did with Florence, because you got to make up in your mind. What do you want to do? You're not going to go out into the ocean, so you either got to go north, south, or west. And west, you're going to be going into the storm. south, you're going to the storm. So then I guess the only place to go would be to get in your car and start riding up toward New York, that area, to get away from this flood, hurricane. But a lot of people are just tired and they're sick because the last hurricane, I think I showed pictures where they took everything out of their two-story house and put it on the roof, and there was packages and food and everything all over the place on that roof on the second floor, and that took a long time to do that. And then the question is, where's everybody going to get the money to do all this traveling and buy food? Because the place to go, I think, would probably be up in the New York area. But if you have a car, you got to start driving. If you have a truck, you got to start driving. And that's another thing. Cars, they have a hard time in these areas that are flooded. In the south here, we have a lot of drains, rivers, water. I mean, there's just water all over the place. And when that started building up and flooding, it was flooding bad. In fact, I didn't want to go anywhere because I figured, who wants to get caught in a flood and have your car drop in the mud and water and things like this. But the key is, though, and you have to put this on your mind first before everything else. You have to make up your mind on how you can stay alive. That's the first thing. We don't care about going to the beach, getting in your boat, getting on your motorcycle. Whatever you're going to do, you got to make a decision. And the first thing on top of that decision is, whatever I'm going to do, I got to stay alive.
Yeah.
Now, if you think you can sit there in the middle of this, after we had the other one a few weeks ago, I don't know. I don't think you can do it. Because if you're going to get hit like you got hit last time with all these floodwaters and everything.
And the river's still high right now.
Yeah, the river's high, and people's houses are still flooded right now. They're still flooded from the first hurricane. And there's water all over the house, on the floor, around the house. I've seen them, but I didn't think it was that serious last time. I don't know why. I should have. But now, since we already have all this water that's still hanging around all the houses and all these small communities, you have to make a decision. And I think the decision you have to make is you have to get out of here. Just like the governor said. And you got to make arrangements for your pets, your dogs, your cats. You have to take them, or if you can't take them, you got to take them to a shelter. But I don't think you can sit there and go through another hurricane. And this hurricane, supposedly, we're getting hit tomorrow at 3 p.m. And I don't want you to say, I told you so and so. I'm telling you the same thing the government did, Governor. You better make arrangements right now, today, tonight, and you have to make arrangements, and you have to hit the road. Now, if you have relatives in New York or Chicago or somewhere, or California, I would get in the car, get it packed, get your children, get whatever you have to do. And that would be one thing, just to go stay with them. Because if you're staying in hotels and all that, the gas is high. I mean, it's expensive. But I don't think you can sit there and let that water hit you and you drown and die. Because that could happen. And this hurricane is moving real fast. Real fast. Thank you.